Here's what might surprise you about wolves returning to America. After 50 years of conservation's biggest success story, we're discovering that bringing back apex predators doesn't work the way we thought it would. And this isn't some minor correction. This fundamentally changes how we understand ecosystem restoration. I'm breaking down the ecological impacts of large carnivore recovery in North America by Christopher Wilmers and his team. In plain English, when wolves, bears, and mountain lions reclaim their territories, what actually happens to the ecosystems they left behind? Here's why this should terrify you. We've spent decades and billions of dollars bringing back large carnivores based on a story that might be wrong. The famous Yellowstone narrative, wolves save the ecosystem by controlling deer, has driven conservation policy across an entire continent. But what if that's the exception, not the rule? The researchers did something no one had done before. They synthesized 50 years of data from across North America. Meta-analyses, population tracking, removal experiments, decades of monitoring from Yellowstone to Alaska. Imagine assembling every ecosystem study like puzzle pieces to see the complete continental picture of predator recovery. What they found will genuinely shock you. The comeback was massive. Wolves expanded their range from 9.8 to over 16 million square kilometers. Black bears reclaimed 1.5 million square kilometers. By any measure, this represents conservation success. But here's the plot twist. Their ecological impact is far weaker than anyone predicted. The numbers are devastating for everything we thought we knew. Human hunters reduce elk survival by around 10%. Wolves and mountain lions combined, only 2%. Think about that. All our apex predator restoration efforts combined have 1/5 the ecological impact of human hunting alone. When scientists experimentally remove predators, prey populations barely respond. The reason reveals something crucial. Predators primarily kill calves and elderly animals, not the prime breeding females that actually drive population numbers. This pattern repeats everywhere. Large carnivores kill about 12% of smaller carnivores like foxes, but their population level effects are weak and inconsistent. The Yellowstone story we all know represents what scientists call an island effect. When prey can't escape, predator impacts intensify. But mainland systems have escape routes, alternative prey, and human interference that systematically crush these effects. Sometimes predator recovery backfires completely. Mountain caribou populations crashed by 51% when wolves returned. Not because wolves hunt caribou, but because wolves follow deer and moose into caribou habitat, bringing predation pressure to previously safe refuges. This obliterates our fundamental assumptions about ecosystem restoration. Bringing back apex predators doesn't automatically heal damaged ecosystems. Human activities remain the dominant force shaping these landscapes. The conservation world is about to face a reckoning. Instead of assuming predator restoration will cascade through ecosystems, we need strategies that directly confront human impacts. This means completely rethinking hunting management, habitat connectivity, and conservation in human-dominated landscapes. Here's the brutal truth. A simple story of predators restoring ecological balance through top-down control is not supported by continental-scale evidence. The reality involves human activities as the primary drivers of ecosystem change. Conservation success cannot be measured by predator recovery alone. We need metrics that capture actual ecosystem function in a world where humans are permanent players. This raises the most important question in modern conservation. If apex predators cannot restore ecosystems, should we be focusing on managing the 90% of ecological impact that comes from human activities instead? This video was generated using AI summarization of the source paper. The analysis and commentary represent an AI's inference from the study, not the author's conclusions or intentions.